Episode 345. Wait, wasn't my health full just a moment ago? Wait, I'm sure I saw my health bar drop just now. And right then, another crimson moon flashed by.
What? The next strike is already here? It really did get faster?
With that thought, Sword Point was launched into the air. 2 swift thrusts slammed into him. A double stab. The third strike pinned him mid-air, followed by a powerful sweeping slash.
That can't be right. How did my health drop so much? Just 3 skills.
Sword Point was now in a full-blown panic. Dragon Tooth, Sky Strike, Double Stab, just 3 skills, and half his health was already gone. As he was being flung head over heels by the circle swing, Sword Point's view suddenly caught a glimpse of a faint golden light enveloping Soft Mist's entire body, a detail he'd completely missed in the earlier chaotic flurry. Sword Point froze. A veteran like him couldn't possibly fail to recognize this skill. It was the Battle Mage's level 50 awakening skill, Fighter's Will.
How could this skill appear now?
A skill that requires completing the awakening quest at level 50 could never just appear on a level 31 character. Yet the pale golden light enveloping Soft Mist, along with her sudden surge in attack speed and power, could only be the Battle Mage's will. The Battle Mage's Will allows a Battle Mage to continuously evolve during combat, enhancing their fighting state. And this evolution is achieved by stringing together combos. At 10 consecutive hits, attack speed increases by 0.5, movement speed by 2%, and strength by 30. At 20 consecutive hits, attack speed increases by 1, movement speed by 4%, and strength by 50. At 30 combos, attack speed increases by 1.5, movement speed by 6%, and strength by 70. And so it goes, all the way up to 7 stages. Each one is a massive leap over the last. The 7th stage requires a 120-hit combo. It grants a 6-point boost to attack speed, a 24% increase to movement speed, and a 260-point boost to strength. Compared to the 6th stage, both the combo requirement and the stat boosts have doubled. What does that kind of stat boost even mean? An attack speed increase of 6, that's roughly the difference between the slowest greatsword and a faster katana. A 24% boost to movement speed, that's 4% more than the full-level non-attribute buff. As for the 260-point strength boost, that's even more terrifying. A Battle Mage without any equipment or stat-boosting tomes has a base strength growth of 3.5. At max level 70, a character's base strength is only 245. A Ghostblade's Ghost Array at max level boosts strength by 150 points. A Battle Mage's Fire Attribute Scroll at max level adds 125 points. The strength increase from the 7th stage of Battle Spirit is absolutely terrifying. The sword's point was aimed at a seasoned player. Soft Mist's assault was swift, but the counterattack was swifter. His own health plummeted even faster. He realized with crystal clarity that this was the Battle Mage's Battle Spirit, and he knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that it had already reached its 7th stage. That pale golden glow is the proof. Only the 7th stage of Battle Spirit would envelop the entire body so brilliantly, shining twice as bright as before. The 7th stage of Battle Spirit is terrifying, sure, but it's practically impossible to pull off in a PK. 120 combo hits. If all of those landed on Sword Point, he'd be dead long before the 7th stage ever kicked in. The 7th stage could only be achieved in a chaotic melee like this, where multiple targets allowed for rapid combo accumulation. Soft Mist used the surrounding mobs attacking her to forcefully stack her combo to 120 hits, unlocking the 7th stage of Battle Spirit. Then in this empowered state she launched her assault on Sword Point. As for where this fighter's will came from, Sword Point wasn't too surprised. The event in question is this Christmas event. Any items, equipment, potions, or whatever else players obtain from the Christmas thieves can be used. However, once used, they can't be traded into Santa for a gift pack. These items can't be traded, dropped, or sold to NPCs for cash. Once the event ends, the system will reclaim them immediately. Clearly, no rational player would waste them for a fleeting advantage. But Soft Mist, forced by the situation, had just used one of the items she'd snatched from a Christmas thief, a skill attachment scroll. An enchantment scroll attaches a skill to a piece of equipment, boosting its level. A single enchantment raises the skill by 1 level. 2 enchantments raise it by 2. This level increase isn't limited by the skill's maximum level in the skill tree. So, a skill that normally caps at level 10 through skill points can be pushed to 11, 12. Even 13, but don't think you can just keep pushing it higher forever. While these skill scrolls are always obtainable, the number of times a piece of gear can be enchanted is limited. Also note this: the skill you're upgrading must already be one your character has learned from their skill book. If it's a skill you haven't learned, it will only work when enchanted onto a weapon. Only then can the skill be cast at its base level. The description for every single skill scroll goes into great detail about these mechanics. Tang Ru had enchanted Soft Mist's Crimson Moon Spear with a Battle Mage's Will scroll. That's why at level 31, she possessed this skill, the signature Battle Mage ability, Battle Mage's Will, which normally couldn't be learned until level 50. And the Christmas event skill system was incredibly generous. With this scroll applied, Soft Mist directly obtained the highest level of Battle Spirit. Clearly, this was a temporary event. The developers weren't worried about disrupting the game's balance. Their generosity was a deliberate move to give new players in the fresh server a chance to experience the thrill of high-level combat skills firsthand, fueling their motivation to keep playing. This consideration was a huge help to Tang Ru. To be honest, Tang Ru didn't fully grasp all the game's mechanics, but the Battle Mage's signature skill, Fighting Spirit. She'd heard Chen Guo talk about it so often, she knew it inside and out. Seeing such a scroll in her inventory, and with its description stating it could be attached to a weapon and used, she immediately used it without a second thought. In a normal situation, applying this scroll would only grant Soft Mist a first-level fighter's will. It would only activate the first stage enhanced form after a 10-hit combo, a stage that's far from being game-changing. However, in this event's unexpected setup, a max-tier Battle Spirit caused Soft Mist's power to erupt. At level 31, she suddenly gained an extra 260 points of strength. This was far more terrifying than the extra strength gained at level 50 or 70, because the proportion it represented was completely different. The moment the sword's tip pointed his way, he understood, but it was already too late. He was experienced, but this event was random. The situations born from such randomness weren't part of his experience. Soft Mist's circle swing slammed down, pinning her target to the ground as his health continued to plummet. This was only Soft Mist's fourth hit on him, yet Swordpoint's health had already plummeted to just over a third. The attack, now boosted by a sudden surge of 260 points of strength, was simply too much for a level 34 character like him to handle.